guys, welcome to another reading with me, Rose. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this is when it's meant for you. Take it how it resonates. Reverse or disregard gender roles as necessary. Reverse roles if you know I'm not talking about you. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And with that being said, Spirit, please give me clear messages for whoever needs to hear this. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm going to use this deck right here. Let's see. That's my deck. Let's see what comes out. Okay. That's too many. Well, let's look at it anyway. I have Hope, King Arthur, Storm Warning, and Gifts. So let's see what each one of these sorry guys. Let's see what each one of these cards, what comes out for each one of these cards. Spirit, what do you have here for us for Hope? So for King Arthur, I take this card as like nobility, somebody being both somebody who takes action and someone who cares. So somebody who would do the noble thing. So not just like, I think of like, not just like a king of, not just like a king of wands energy. Like I get like a very fiery energy off of this, but like a King of Wands crossed with a King of Cups. Anyway, so right here at the bottom of the deck, I'm getting the Ace of Cups. So there's something to do with, it's something to do with, okay, I think I know. Okay, so here we have Gifts again at the bottom. So the Ace of Cups, and we have Hope here with the feminine on the card. I'm getting self-love off of this, the feminine finding hope in the ability to give love to herself. I think I have to make this short, guys, but I just wanted to come on here and do a video, give you a short video. There's something about the feminine receiving gifts. It feels like after a storm, or there could be still a storm involved. I really do feel like this is like a dual message here. I feel like the masculine here is I feel like the masculine is doing some inner soul searching, looking within themselves and figuring out how to do the right thing, the noble thing, not just what they think is right for themselves, but right for everyone involved. Maybe even selfless, learning how to be selfless instead of just doing what's right for themselves. All of this is surrounding the topic of a love offer, or loving yourself first and receiving. Like, this to me is like the feminine receiving gifts so much that it's pouring over. Okay, so what is the hope, Spirit? I feel like the hope, part of what it's saying the hope is too, is that this feminine is, and then here's talking more. Okay, so the hope that this feminine has is that someday she will be, she hopes that someday her masculine will do the right thing, the noble thing, and will offer love and commitment. Ten of Pentacles is like the Nine of Pentacles, where you're financially independent, and Ten of Pentacles is two people taking that financially independent, and just independence in general. Like, they could be people who are so strong that they don't really need anyone to be complete, or people who never thought of themselves as someone who would be with someone, and taking that independence and bringing it together to form a union and teamwork. So I feel like that's what the hope is. I feel like actually I could take this card and put it with this one as the clarifier to this card. I feel like what the feminine has hope of is not only the feminine has hope of learning how to love herself, first, learning how to be good enough alone, and the masculine has to learn how to be selfless, and learn how to go from being so independent, so focused on financial security, to saying, okay, I will consider, and I'll reconsider, and I will put my pentacles, no matter how many I have, whether it's 9 or less than 9, because really, to have the 10 of Pentacles, you don't have to have an equal amount of pentacles that you're bringing to the table to achieve the 10 of Pentacles. You could have 2 people with 9 of Pentacles, and that would still be your coming together, would still make your 10 of Pentacles energy. But really, it's not about how many pentacles each person brings. It's just the act of coming together and forming a team, being more powerful together, that makes the 10 of Pentacles energy. And what you have here is this older man. He kind of reminds me of like he looks like Robert De Niro to me, with gray hair, long hair. So how do you think he kind of looks like the grandfather, and this couple looks like the couple who had this baby? And this older gentleman could either be alone with just a dog, but he's not. He has family and a legacy, and at some point this gentleman formed a union, created a beautiful son or daughter here in the background, and now has this beautiful big home in the background. I picture that being his home, with his children coming to visit to see his grandchild and pass on that. See, he has a flame in his hand. He's showing the grandbaby what the wisdom that he has to share, and he looks really happy with this choice, that he doesn't look like disappointed that he's with, sorry, I can't get that to focus. He doesn't look disappointed that he's with his grandbaby. He looks like his life is richer. So that's like what the hope is here. The feminine has the hope that someday this masculine will realize that there's more to life than the way they've seen it. Spirit, tell us about storm warning, because here we have these two cards following our masculine and feminine. We have storm warning and gifts. Right off the bat, I'm kind of getting the energy there of like going through trials, going through, I almost said growing through, and that would be very appropriate. So like growing through trials and dark nights of the soul, and hitting rock bottom, questioning everything that you valued, questioning everyone that you've wanted to please in life. And let's see here. Spirit, tell us more about storm warning. Okay, I have two here. The Empress in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So let's show you. Okay, well anyway, someday guys, I promise I'll get a camera that will focus good on what I try to, or I'll learn whatever the trick is to make those focus when I try to. So the Empress in reverse, I feel like the storm warning is saying, Spirit saying that there is a lot of work, a lot of burden, a heavy lift for this feminine. I feel a dual message here. The feminine feels a heavy burden and expectation to be a divine feminine, to be an empress. And so this in showing up in reverse is like her knowing that she needs to step into her power and let me try this. Sometimes that works. There we go. So then then the Ten of Wands. So there's this castle in the sky, this dream, like fairy tale ending, and it feels like there's all this burden. But why was the Empress in reverse here? Two reasons. One is her feeling like there's a lot of burden on her to boss up and strengthen herself, become independent, become a powerful ruler in her own right, to be able to carry this lift on her own, this heavy lift, this burden, to be strong alone, for this feminine to not know, where is my emperor? Will there ever be an emperor? The feminine doesn't know this. So the feminine is doing all this effort, and it's supposed to be for herself. It's supposed to be, she's good enough. If she's alone, is she going to make like a big family style dinner? It doesn't have to be big, but a family style dinner that usually you would make to feed your husband, your children. Sorry, I heard a noise and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So, yeah, okay. So, moving on, you get the picture. She was like, am I worth making this elaborate meal that you don't put that much effort in unless you're like, going to feed other people. This is like a woman who has always taken care of other people, who has always had to be the strong one, who has always had to vibe in her masculine, because there was never a masculine strong enough to step up and carry this burden that only she at that time was strong enough to carry. And she finds this masculine who looks like they could be strong enough to match her power. And the storm is like this dark night of the soul saying, I don't know if my person is going to be there at the end, but I'm going to keep walking towards this promised land, this promised kingdom. And the other side of the coin is... Second. Okay, sorry about that. So, I was going to say the other side of the coin is the masculine feeling like they have to do all this heavy lift in their life to become good enough for the Empress, and that's why this Empress is in reverse. They don't have her, they're not with her, and it's about this burden of feeling good enough. So let's find out what gifts are, Spirit. Okay, so here we have the King of Swords and Karma. Let's see, I always do this. I'm going to pause and look it up. Okay, so I always have to look this up. I think maybe I'll remember it this time. So 20 is judgment. So here we have the King of Swords and gifts and judgment. So why are these gifts? I'm looking up, I looked up the cards in these decks here. I have, so the judgment card, we have renewal, and here it says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So those, and then here we have this, which I think says it even, makes it even clearer why this is a gift. Judgment, rebirth, awakening, resurrection, inner calling, transformation. So right now, the masculine and feminine are getting the gift of transformation and the chance to follow and find their inner calling. And then the King of Swords, why is that a gift? Because I don't usually think of the King of Swords as like highly positive. Because I often think of the dark attributes of the King of Swords, which are like too logical, not enough love, cold and distant, those kinds of a thing. But here we have some really good words here. Maturity, authority, clarity, judge, which is funny because judgment is the other card here. Analytical, principles, reason, logic, power. So those are all gifts that the masculine and feminine are experiencing right now. Maturing, getting clarity, being able to judge, awakening, inner calling, transformation, time to review and evaluate, time to move in a new direction. So let's see what the conclusion is. One thing that I think that is important to talk about is, and here I found at the bottom of this deck, Temperance. That's what this is going to take for this masculine and feminine, taking their time, having patience with the process. So I think that something that the masculine and feminine are both learning right now is what to value. Who are they pleasing? Who sees them favorably? Whose approval are they getting? And I think that for both of these people, realizing that the people's opinions that they valued are not the ones that matter, and really coming into this place of wow, if those wrong people are approving of me, then I'm on the wrong track. How can I adjust my life, my track right now, so that these people whose opinions are the least important, how can I stop having approval in their eyes? Because if I have approval in the wrong eyes, then I'm not being authentic and true to myself. And there's no freedom. There is no freedom in pleasing the wrong people. So for my viewer watching this right now, think of the ways in your life think of the things that the people in your life approve of about you, and question the people who are approving. Is this who I really want to be? I think for those of you who are listening to this, you've had a time in your life where you felt your most alive, most authentic self, and you know what you need to be doing, the kind of people that you need to surround yourself with to feel that way, and who you need to not be around, who dim that flame inside of you. And that takes temperance. It takes perfecting. It takes time to perfect. Okay, so Spirit, is there any other messages that you have for us? Any final messages? Not in here. So, how about here? We might need to look at, oh, okay. So, I'll take this as they came out. Especially because this book, the book to this deck, does give meanings for reverse and upright. So we have the thinking man, which is just like the King of Swords. We have envy. This person is in a darker place looking out to like a place of gold. Dormant aspects and appreciation in reverse. So somewhere inside of you, dormant, is the authentic self that is not worried about what people approve of or don't approve of. And people will envy you, and they will not like to see you step into your authentic self, stepping into your power. Because when you go so far against the grain that everyone disapproves of your actions, your appearance, your speech, your mind, your thoughts, when you give into people who don't want to see you be original or an independent thinker, it's because they want you to follow the mold. They want you to be like them, because then you're not a threat. And that is the gift of the thinking man, of the King of Swords, because that is where you mature, where you claim your authority, clarity, say, I am the judge. I will analyze myself. I will decide what my principles are. I will use my reason, my logic. It is my power, not yours. And look how dark this person looks. They don't look like a preppy person from the suburbs. They look like somebody, if a normal person saw them in the street, they would be like, oh my God, get away from me. Who are you? You're a freak. So that is the beauty of the King of Swords, folks. We talk and think so much of the King of Swords in such a negative way. But the beauty of the King of Swords is I don't give a fuck, folks. There you have it, guys. That's all I have for you for today. And that is so fucking much, guys. Take that message to heart today, and you will not regret it. Good luck, love and light, blessed be. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Okay, bye.